Welcome this afternoon to the second round of the PAAC Volleyball Tournament, and welcome to Owls TV. I'm your broadcaster, John Nagel. We're in the second round. Owls just defeated Central Christian.
As we celebrate the American dream and our unity as a community.
We're getting ready for the national anthem. And we're getting ready for the second round. Owls will be facing the Liberty Christian Lions. Again, the Owls defeated Central Christian Chargers.
This is a semi-final game. The good news is we have more volleyball for you tonight. Okay, we're going to do some starting lineups here.
And the Owls
Part of the final four.
won in two sets,
Okay.
25-12, 25-13.
Lab school Owls. Coming off the bench for the Owls. We got number 3, Katie Scott. Number 4, Rory Powell. Number 8, Helen Beach. Number 10, Rosie Bracken. Number 14, Dasha Carmichael. Number 16, Connie Prater. Number 17, Corinne Meyer. Number 20, Lucy Rafe. And number 21, Umbria Rankin. The starting lineup for the Burris Owls. Number 1, Lauren Nixon. Number 6, Mara Perry. Number 9, Mia Morrison. Number 11, Abigail Kessler. Number 15, Mikkel Ivy. And number 20, Sophia Manor. The Owls are coached by Mike Dodrill and Dave Harmon. Up next, those valuable reserves for the Liberty Christian Lions. Those reserves include number 1, Paige Grant. Number 2, Savannah Reese. Number 5, Ireland Evans. The libero for the Lions, number 0, Kennedy Fillmore. And the starting lineup for the Lions, number 3, Taylor Weber. Number 4, Jessie Bull. Number 8, Elena Thomas. Number 14, Maddie Harmon. Number 20, Elena Tufts. And 23, Allie Lucas. Athletes, we wish you the best of luck and the best of health in tonight's contest.
As we get ready, going to quickly run through our sponsors. Doug Meyer, State Farm Insurance, Gaddis Chrysler Jeep Dodge, official sponsors of the Dodge Report. Ada Rose Design, Summer Carroll or Whistler CPA, Slime Dunk Sports Marketing, McKinney Malpe Law Offices, 3D Company Incorporated, Robbins Apparel, Normandy Flower Shop, Murray Jewelers, Janine Lake for Congress, Rob Riley Real Estate, Creek Run Environmental Engineering, Culvers of Muncie, Tim Lannon for State Senate, MT Smokin' Barbecue, Defer Vorn, Dr. Davis Chiropractic, Texas Roadhouse, Star Insurance, O'Neill and Associates, Berrywinkle Frozen Yogurt, Central Indiana Orthopedics, Carpet Plus Color Tile, and Hannah Team of Remax. I want to thank all our sponsors and their support of Burris Athletics and Muncie Burris Volleyball. Out there in the starting rotation for the Owls, we will have Kessler, Morrison, Nixon, Ivy, Perry, and Maynard. And Rory Powers is going to be coming in as the libero here shortly. And keep track of all of Burris Athletics scores, sports, and events at Burris Athletics 1 on Twitter. That's at Burris Athletics 1. And keep track of all of the broadcast information on Twitter at Owls TV 1 or on the Facebook page Owls TV 1 also. Powers back to serve. Roll shot from the Lions. Morrison handles it. Perry. Nixon down the line for the kill. And the Owls score first, now leading 1-0. And tipped, and Lions running down, send the free ball. Morrison. Ivy. And Lions are there with the block. Maynard off the opposite side. And there's a free ball, but it's going to land out of bounds on the Owls side. And that point goes to the Owls, now leading 2-0. Powers once again sends it to the far corner. Outside, and there's a block of Nixon and Ivy sitting there waiting for it. And the Owls now lead 3-0. Powers continuing to serve. Outside attack, Powers digs it. Nixon, and there's the block. She covers it up. Powers with the out of system. Maynard sends it over. Dug up by the Lions. Middle attack, Morrison with the dig. Maynard sends it to the back of the back set pass over the net. Nixon with the shot down the line. And roll shot rolls down the net, and the Owls can't get it. And that'll be the first point to the Lions. Owls leading 3-1. Morrison, Perry, Ivy, and she puts it down with some authority. And the Owls get to serve right back, leading 4-1 now. That'll put freshman Lauren Nixon back to the line to serve. Free ball, Ivy's there. Maynard, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Lions, and Owls go up 5-1. Nixon goes back to the service line once again. Just clears the net. Outside attack. Morrison sends it up to Perry. Maynard, oh, and she's going to touch the antenna. And Owls now lead 5-2. Service going over to Liberty Christian. Powers. Ivy, and she gets another kill. And the Owls go up 6-2. Sophia Maynard back to serve. Roll shot. Perry dumps it over the net. And the original attack goes out of bounds, and the Owls take a 5-point lead, 7-2. And with that, Liberty Christian's going to take a timeout. And we'll go ahead and thank our sponsors. Want to thank Robbins Apparel with custom screen printing and embroidery, providing parents, teachers, athletes, and corporations with the widest selection of custom apparel for the most respected manufacturers. 2 locations at Noblesville and 5504 West Shoreline Terrace in Muncie. Call them at 765-282-9930 or find them at info@robbinsapparel.com. Normandy Flower Shop. They're a full-service flower shop open 6 days a week and delivering across the country. Call us for all your special order needs at 765-282-2263 and find them at normandyflowershop.net. And Murray Jewelers, family owned since 1885. Call them at 765-288-6791. They have watchmakers, jewelers, and gemologists specializing in custom design and repairs. Owls continuing to serve. Maynard will be back. Outside attack. Powers with the big. Ivy. Whoa! Give her a hammer because she just nailed it to the floor. Owls up 8-2. There's a free ball. Maynard. Ivy again. This one off the block. Right side attack. Ivy blocks it back over to the Lions, and that point goes to the Owls, leading by 7. Maynard continuing to serve for the Owls. Morrison there with the dump over the net. Oh. And they call a net violation. And that point's going to go to the Lions. Owls continuing the lead. I don't know. I didn't see much of the net move on that play. Powers handles the serve. Perry gets under it. Morrison. It'll be a free ball from the Lions. And that goes out of bounds. And point goes to the Owls. Now leading 10-3. Adamowitz comes in to serve. And another timeout by Liberty Christian. And we're going to go to our sponsors. I want to thank Janine Lake for Congress. She cares about us. She understands us. She represents us. Taking action together for the future and economy. Vote for Janine Lake for 6th Congressional District on Tuesday, November 6th. Rob Riley Real Estate. Honesty and integrity are paramount to his business. Buying or selling a home is one of life's biggest decisions. Contact Rob for help at 765-730-8714 or located at 400 North High Street in Muncie. Creek Run Environmental Engineering. Their employees are their most valuable resource with over 130 years of combined experience and a diverse knowledge base. Whether it is site investigation, soil and groundwater remediation, or regulatory compliance and site mapping, call them at 765-728-8051 or find them at creekrun.com. Owls continuing to lead here in this first set of the second round of the PAAC tournament. Freshman Emily Adamowitz is back to serve. Free ball, or overpass sent over. Oh! Kessler missed it, and Morrison almost had the second one, but couldn't quite get it over to the net. And that point's going to go to the Lions. Owls leading 10-4. Powers, there's the overpass. Push right back. Powers covers it. The back set to Morrison. Oh! And She didn't get to clear the tape, and that point goes to Liberty Christian. Owls leading 10-5. Kessler, Perry back to Kessler, tips it over. Nixon reaches up and grabs it. Morrison, there's a good swing from the senior, and she gets the kill, and that'll be the Owls' 11th point. Perry goes back to serve. Rolls over to the net, and she gets the point. Ace. Owls leading 12-5. And the Lions can't quite get their offense together to get it over, and that point it goes to the Owls. Leading by 8, 13-5. There's a middle attack off the block. Nixon's going to set up Kessler. It's going to be knocked up by the Lions, but they can't get it over. Point goes the Owls, now leading by 9, 14-5. Check that, sorry. Perry continuing to serve. There's the overpass. Powers handles it. Morrison, and she swings it over. Roll shot, that didn't clear the net, and that'll be a point for the Owls, and that opens up a 10-point lead, 15-5. And the overpass goes out of bounds, and Owls take another point, leading by 11 now. Middle attack. Perry, Nixon sets it up. Powers is going to send it over. There's an attack from the libero, and that goes out of bounds. And the Owls are up 12, 17-5. Perry once again. And into the net. Ends the serving run for the Owls. But they hold an 11-point lead. 17-6. Lucas will be back to serve for the Lions. And that goes out of bounds, and we go right back over to the Owls. Substitutions. Maynard came in, and Carmichael comes in to serve for Morrison. Back row attack from libero, just clears the net. Nixon from the right side, she powers it through to the block for the kill. Owls open up a 13-point lead, 19-6. Outside swing from the Lions. And Owls scrambling for it, but can't get it over. And that point's going to go to Liberty Christian. Owls leading 19-7. Bull back to serve for Liberty Christian. Perry sets up. Net violation gives the point to the Owls. It was a good kill from Nixon anyways down the middle. Owls leading 20-7. Powers back to serve. And too much on that one, and it goes out of bounds and gives easy point to Liberty Christian. Owls leading 20-8. Ivy from the outside. Be a free ball from Liberty Christian. Nixon runs up to get it and pushes it to the back corner and gets the point. Owls leading 21-8. Tipped over, and Nixon tries and dives for it, but can't get to it. And that point goes to Liberty Christian. Harmon back to serve. Morrison, Perry, Ivy. Net violation on the Owls, and that point goes over to Liberty Christian. Harmon continuing to serve. Powers. Ivy. And it gets a kill. Owls are up 22-10. Maynard back to serve. Roll shot. Powers. Perry. Morrison. Right down the line for the kill. Owls are 2 points away from finishing out first set, 23-10. Sophia Maynard back to serve. And attacking error gives the point to the Owls, and it'll come up to be set point. Senior Sophia Maynard back to serve. And a long free ball. Nixon gets under it. Morrison rolls it over to the net, and that's going to be all. And the Owls take the first set, 25-10, over to the Liberty Christian Lions. We'll be back shortly for the start of the second set. Welcome back, Owls fans, as we're getting ready to start the second set of the second round of the PAAC tournament. Owls took the first one. 25-10 over the Liberty Christian Lions. Going to thank some more of our sponsors while we have a moment. Culver's of Muncie. They use fresh, never frozen, 100% Midwest beef seared to perfection and served on a lightly buttered toasted bun for the extra touch of goodness. Stop by and see them at West McGalliard in Muncie. Tim Lannett for Senate, an outspoken voice on issues including economic development, education, consumer protection, health, care, courts, and criminal justice matters. He has proven his ability to get things done by reaching across party lines. Vote for Tim Lannett for State Senate on Tuesday, November 6th. MT's Smoking Barbecue. Come experience Indiana's finest barbecue. Cooked low and slow using flavorful wood chunks. They have delicious pulled pork, succulent spare ribs, smoked chicken wings, and house-made barbecue sauces. They're located at 1700 North Wheeling. Call them at 765-216-1664. Find them at mtssmokingbbq.com. Liberty Christian will have first serve for the second set. Out there for the Owls, we're going to have Nixon, Maynard, Ivy, Perry, Morrison, Kessler, and Powers comes in as libero. And the up official calls for the serve. Morrison, Perry, Nixon from the right side, and she gets the easy kill. Owls take the first point. Owls rotate, putting Lauren Nixon back on the service line for the Owls. And service there turns it right back over to the Lions. And we're now tied at 1 apiece. Harmon back to serve. Morrison, Perry, Ivy tips it gently over to the block. And the Lions are scrambling for it but can't get it over. And the Owls get the point, leading 2-1. Sophia Maynard back to serve. So it's a low and fast serve. Powers gets under. Perry dumps it over. Tipped over. Powers. Perry to Ivy. And she bounces it off a Lions player and gets the point. Owls leading 3-1. Maynard again. Outside attack. Nixon pops it up. Morrison comes over, sends it down the line. There's a middle tight from Tufts. Morrison again. The overpass. Oh, mishandled by the Owls. And that point's going to go to Liberty Christian. Scott enters the lineup for the Owls. They lead 3-2. Thomas back to serve. Morrison. Ivy. Oh, and she put it down hard. Too much for the Lions to handle, and the Owls go up 4-2. Adamowitz comes into Ivy to serve. Tufts with the swing. Perry. Nixon from the back row, and that goes out of bounds, and that point goes to Liberty Christian. Owls now have a 3-point lead. Powers comes in the back row for the Owls. It's going to be Tufts back to serve. High arching serve. Perry gets under it. Morrison sends it over. It's going to be right at the net. There's a roll shot. Powers has got it. Perry. Morrison, and she finds the middle of the court for the kill. Owls leading 5-3. Junior setter Mari Perry back to serve. That lands just outside the line, and that'll be the 4th point for the Lions as they trail by 1. Nixon gets a kill. And I believe we have another scoreboard problem. Owls have one too many points. Not going to complain too much about that one. Carmichael. Powers dumps it over. Oh, no, that was Nixon. But she gets tangled up in the net, and that point goes over to Liberty Christian. Owls lead. And there's a discussion at the scorer's table. Probably catching the scoring error. That's more correct. Owls are only leading by 1, 6-5. Jesse Bull back to serve for Liberty Christian. Nixon from the middle, and she rolls it over all the defense to the back corner, and the Owls get the point, leading 7-5. Rotation leads to Rory Powers at the service line for the Owls. She sends it deep into the Lions court, and they can't get it over, and that point goes to the Owls, now leading 8-5. Quick dumped over. Powers gets there. Perry somehow gets it up. Powers with a good hustle play to get it over to the net. And the swing from the Lions goes out of bounds. And that point goes to the Owls. That was Weber with the swing, and it went long. Powers once again. Weber into the Owls block. That's going to be a double touch. Point goes to the Owls, and they've doubled up the score, 10-5. Powers back to serve once again. And she sails that one out of bounds, and that point will go over to Liberty Christian. Owls leading by 4, 10-6. Morrison. Nixon's going to send it over. Ivy will roll it to the middle of the court. Pushed over by the libero. Nixon. Ivy. Whoa! She gets the big kill. Shout out to her mom, Crystal, watching us today from Fort Wayne. Know she wants to be here, but appreciate her watching us live on Owls TV. Nixon back to serve. And into the block, but it rolls down the net and lands inbounds, and point goes to the Owls. Or, check that. Point goes to Liberty Christian. Owls leading 11-7. Harmon the serve. Ivy from the outside. Oh! Too much underneath that one. Sails it out of bounds. And Liberty Christians close within 3, 11-8. Into the net. Gives easy point to the Owls. Sophia Maynard back to serve. And the swing from Thomas goes outside the antenna, and that point goes to the Owls, and they lead 13-8. And Liberty Christian's calling for a timeout, and we're going to thank our sponsors. Defer Voren, attorneys, business counselors, and neighbors. Our legal team brings with them a wealth of education, specialization, and experience. They are uniquely equipped to help business matters and individuals with everyday legal matters from complex to litigation. Call them at 765-288-3651. Also want to thank Dr. Davis Chiropractic for his sponsorship of Burris Athletics. Texas Roadhouse, legendary food, legendary service, all with lots of legendary fun. They have call-ahead seating at 765-282-7113. Enjoy a little bit of Texas right here in Muncie. Star Insurance, committed to serving the needs of communities by helping people protect what matters most, both professionally and personally. Call them at 765-284-4416 or find them at starfinancial.com/insurance. Maynard back to serve. And she gets the ace. And the Owls go up by 6, 14-8. Just clears the net. And another ace for the senior, now leading 15-8. Maynard back to serve once again. Lions set up for a middle roll shot. Perry gets under it. Ivy pushes it to the back and lands right on the line. And the Owls get the point. And they've doubled up the score, 16-8. Maynard continuing to serve for the Owls here. Oh! And that'll put an end to the streak as it goes into the net. And the service will go back over to Liberty Christian. Thomas is back at the service line for the Lions. Owls leading 16-9. Powers. Perry's going to set up Ivy. And she gets the kill. Somebody might want to check the hardwood there. She might have left a dent. Adamowitz comes in to serve for the Owls as they lead 17-5, or 17-9, check that. And she just rolls it over the net and gets the ace. And the Owls go up 18-9. And Liberty Christian uses their second timeout. Want to thank O'Neill and Associates, getting from a unique, individualized custom plan using our independent perspective. With more than 15 years of dedicated, personalized service, find them at o'neillandassociates.com or call them at 765-896-9553. Barry Winkle Frozen Yogurt with 14 different flavors of frozen yogurt and more than 50 toppings. Barry Winkle is the best place to celebrate an Owls win. They're located at 115 South Tillotson Avenue in Muncie. Central Indiana Orthopedics, their world-class team of orthopedics experts, is devoted to providing customized treatment plans focused on your goals and needs. They're located at 3600 West Bethel. And for all the latest information about scores, events, and sports, you can follow all of Burris Athletics at Burris Athletics 1. And that's at Burris Athletics 1 on Twitter. Adamowitz serves it over. Middle attack from Tufts into the Owls block. And say it didn't clear the tape, so that'll be a point for the Owls. And they're back up to a 10-point lead, 19-9. Adam wants to serve once again. Setter dumps it over. Morrison from the outside. Hit, and it goes out of bounds, and the point goes to the Owls, and that'll be their 20th of the second set. Tufts rolls it over the block, and the Owls can't get there and cover it in time, and that point is going to go over to Liberty Christian. Owls holding on to their 10-point lead, 20-10. Powers returns to the lineup. Tufts is going to be back to serve for the Lions. Powers gets it. Kessler sends it over. Tufts down the middle. Nixon. Perry. Back row attack from Nixon. That was Weber. Morrison. And she hits the line. Owls now up 21-10. Perry back to serve. And that goes out of bounds. It'll go right over to the Lions. Back to a 10-point lead, 21-11. Kessler bounces off the block. Free ball sent over. Morrison to Perry. Kessler, and she hit it into the net. And that point will go over to the Lions. Owls leading 21-12. Kessler tips it over this time. Finds an empty spot in the defense. Owls now lead 22-12. Maynard and Carmichael return to the lineup for the Owls. Carmichael jogs back to the service line. And out of bounds. And an easy point for the Lions, as they just stood there and watched it roll. Jesse Bull back to serve. Owls leading by 9. Morrison, Perry, Kessler, and another one into the net. Bull to serve once again. Powers. Nixon this time. Big swing, and pass goes over. Maynard from the outside. There's the attack. And that landed in bounds. And the Lions have cut what was a 11-point lead into a 7-point lead. Now as the Owls lead 22-15. Bull back to serve. Powers. Perry. Nixon down the middle. And she'll get the kill and put an end to the Lions' run. Ivy returns to the lineup. Owls leading 23-15. Into the net, and that'll bring up match point for the Owls. Powers goes back to serve. Owls leading 24-15. Going to be pushed over and touched by a group of Owls, but it'll be a Liberty Christian point. Owls continuing to lead 24-16, looking for just 1 point to finish out this second match in the PAAC tournament. And there's an ace from the Lions. Coach Dodge doesn't look pleased about any of that. Owls continuing to lead by 7. Nixon from the right side into the block. Morrison. Nixon sends it up to the middle. Ivy's going to send it, and she sends it back over for the kill. And the Owls take the second set, 25-17, and advance to. Owls advance to the championship of the PAAC tournament, which we'll be viewing here shortly on the other YouTube channel. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and tune in here shortly for their championship match.